What's going on, boys? It's Cigarette Tony. As I'm sure some of you know, I was dealing with a copyright issue from the fat man himself. It's not really much of a surprise, but that's all been resolved. He's not the only one who's got friends. I don't actually think he's got any friends at YouTube, but I'm not surprised. We got this shit all figured out. Fuck him. He's gonna be pissed. His gay little fans are gonna be pissed. They're gonna bitch and cry and complain and seethe and all that shit, which is nothing new. But today I actually wanted to talk about this video. I've been wanting to talk about this for a while. This is the After Pity Party video that Booftoke put out over on his channel, JoeEatsStuff. You should check that out, like and subscribe, and all the shit that he does. He's actually got like actual editing talent. What he does is legitimate talent as opposed to just a dude talking shit, but you should take a look at his stuff. That's actually what we're going to do here today, because there's some things I wanted to comment on, so let's just get right into it.
Look, I've titled this live stream Crashing Out in Real Time. Folks, are we witnessing the beginning of the end here?
Hold on just a second. Let me kind of boost this a little bit. We might want to actually boost the gain on this a little bit. Let me see. It's a bit quiet, which again, it's not Booftoke's fault. That's just kind of how it plays out. So let's see here. Let's see how that kind of.
No, I'm a realist. Okay.
That helps a little.
A turd says open a GoFundMe.
There we go.
Thank you for mentioning that. I've actually started one, and it's right here. I came prepared for this. Look, folks, we've got the Help Joe Fund right
Yeah,
here.
see, check this shit out. This was around the summertime. He was really fucking doing all he could to just beg for money. He fucking got completely out of control over the summer. He was putting this shit up in the corner, the Help Joe Fund, where he would start his stream up and he would just straight up admit, like, oh, well, we're gonna be shaking it like a stripper. Well, looks like Rainey had to sell her wedding ring. We're gonna be shaking it like a stripper. Who wants to give me money? And he did this. And the problem that Joe had is that he started doing this shit every fucking day. And it got to the point to where the same fucking, the same 10 people or whatever that were actually giving money, they ran out of their fucking social security checks. You know what I mean? They got their social security check, they gave it all to Joe, and then the fucking money's gone. So all of the cripples and dents and retard money, that all went down the fucking toilet. So he had to quit doing it because he knew he was looking like a retard. He kept trying to do this shit and he wasn't getting any money, and he was fucking getting embarrassed by it. I could only imagine what the conversations were like with Rainey.
13 days to do so. We'd like to raise that by the end of the month.
Oh, I bet you would.
We, as in me, would like to do that.
Right.
Again, folks, we've got a Help Joe Fund.
It's amazing. It's like this is like when.
Did you send that? Hey,
see, he's embarrassed. Like this is not him fucking even joking around. At this point, like he's trying to sell it off like he thinks it's funny, but you could tell he's fucking legitimately embarrassed.
Philip asks, how's the fam doing? Fam is doing great.
Oh, is she?
Doing great.
Well, then where's the wedding ring, dog? Where's their wedding ring? Because I've heard that you've had some really significant marriage issues lately. We've seen the fucking scratches on your face. I know you're going to try to say that was your son. You're going to try to say it was your dog. It was Rainey fucking going upside your head with the fucking phone book. Who are you kidding?
Doing great, man. We're trying to keep heads above water and all of that.
And you've done a fantastic job at that.
They're hounding me right now. Man, hey, the Reddit's going insane right now.
Are we?
No, he's doing it. Oh my God, he just called us out.
Rent free, JoJo. We live in your head rent fucking free.
He just gave us a shout out.
You talk about us all the time. Constantly. You're always giving us shout outs. And then you come in there and you try to suck dick and kiss our asses and you try to get us to fucking, make a face turn. But we don't give a fuck. Fuck you. We're going to continue to fuck with you until you eventually decide to give up.
I'm glad to see that you guys are still active, at least. If anybody's watching these videos at this point, y'all are. So
you're seething. You're fucking seething. You're going to seethe even more when you see this video get uploaded. You're going to fucking seethe. I know you are. You're going to go back and you're going to bitch and you're going to complain and you're going to bitch to your mods. You're going to bitch to Jersey B. You're going to bitch to all those little fucking absolute French cigarette smoking queers that you call moderators. And you're going to tell him to try to fucking pull more copyright claims. I know you are. I know you're going to tell him to report and flag my shit. And so far, you've had little to no luck with that, have you?
I do appreciate that. The
I'm sure.
Show Reddit, what a wonderful
You
community.
hate it.
Not everybody has the time for this.
You've got nothing but time. You've got nothing but time. You haven't had a job in fucking forever. Everything you've ever done, you've ran into the goddamn ground. What fucking real job have you ever had outside of dicking around, driving around in your fucking car, filming yourself? You bring your fat ass to the job site for about 20 minutes, and then you fuck off. You go home and you sit out in the garage, and then you fucking just bitch and cope and seethe that people call you a fat ass and a retard.
I'm like your one unemployed friend on a Friday afternoon. Yo, you wanna jump on Xbox?
Dude, you're so funny. You're a fucking 43-year-old man with a newborn baby, and you can't afford to pay the bills. You can't afford to. You just straight up admitted in one of your last live streams that I made a short on that you couldn't even pay your fucking cable bill. So, I mean, I guess keep laughing if you want, but it's a matter of time before Rainey starts fucking someone else.
Begging. I need a Galaxy.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God.
See, he's testing the water.
Man, if you got some bits in your pocket, throw them shits. The Help Joe Fund is up there in the top right corner. We're doing like 3 to 5.
You do realize what you're doing is against TOS, right? You're just like straight up, like just straight up begging your ass off. I mean, not that anybody really gives a shit. Twitch doesn't care.
1,000 views a video. At that point, it's basically time to say, hey, look, you got a piece of cardboard that I can write on? Because I need to fill out this application. Let's go, guys. Hey, let's go. Get them wallets out. Get them checkbooks.
Okay, this actually is against TOS. I know he's going to try to act like he's joking, but I don't think he's actually joking. I don't think that he is.
Out. Hey, the communion plate is coming around right now. Show some love. The Help Joe Fund. Thank you, playing.
This is fucking
that
psychotic.
Shit is for real, man. I ain't playing no more, man.
We know.
When I'm down bad, I'm going to ask.
You're not asking. You're straight up demanding. You're straight up demanding. This is begging. This isn't asking. This is straight up begging. This is beyond pathetic. This is fucking worse. This is worse than anything I've ever seen Darkside Phil do. I mean, this is actually psychotic. This is fucking literally insane.
What's the worst? Shit. All these dudes flying these signs on the side of the road. Joe flying a sign on a live stream. Shit. Hey, can I borrow $1?
You gotta be kidding me.
We've got the Help Joe Fund up in the top right corner. If you got $1 or 10 or even more, look, I'm not going to ask for much. Consider a donation to this.
This is what I've been talking about. Begging for $10 and $20 on his fucking live streams, and then people want to tell me that I'm jealous of his money. Yeah, oh yeah, I'm fucking so jealous. I'm sure you can just hear it in my voice.
We are failing. We are failures here. I am. That's what I feel like.
Yeah, well, you are. You are.
It's basically my homeless sign
you've always
up
been
there
a
in the
failure.
top right corner, the Help Joe Fund. When I put that together, damn, this thing made $300.
Well, yeah, and then YouTube's going to take their 40%, so, or whatever it is that they take. So, I mean, I guess enjoy whatever you're getting out of this.
Holy shit, I just realized that. Clip it. Let's go.
What
Folks,
do you mean? You're begging for
today
$1,000.
about a sick and twisted subculture that's actually a subreddit. Again,
that's what I've been saying. We live rent-free in your fucking head. You stay up all night and you fucking think about us. You cope and you seethe. You said that we were the ones that you said we flew a drone over your truck and dropped balloons of, quote, dirty paint onto your truck. You stayed up all night looking at your security camera hoping to catch the alleged Reddit bandits or whatever the fuck you think we are. And you really believed this. You're that delusional. You really, truly believe that. The reality is you live in a fucking Section 8 shithole in the fucking, literally the asshole of fucking Virginia. It is the fucking armpit, the asshole of Virginia. It is a shithole. And it's, vandalism and all types of bullshit, everything else. It's a fucking shithole. And you live out by the fucking water in Virginia. So, I mean, are you really surprised that birds would shit all over your truck? You went to a fucking prison that had a goddamn seagull, like a seagull problem. You live in an area where seagulls and fucking birds that shit everywhere is common. Bird shit rains from the sky where you live. And you really want to fucking believe that we fucked you over with dirty paint? I don't even think that you really believed that. I think that you're doing what you did right here. I think you're just trying to guilt trip. You're trying to make yourself out to be the victim. I think that you're a fucking paranoid weirdo, and I know for a fact that we live rent-free in your head. You fucking cope and seethe about it. You're a fucking absolute queer.
On Reddit. Folks, if you're not familiar with the After Prison Show Reddit,
you should go ahead and join. You should go ahead and join up.
You ought to go check this thing out.
You should. You really should.
They say that when you become famous...
Famous? Famous. Sure, buddy. You're real famous. With your fucking couple 1,000 views you get.
A-list celebrity.
A-list? Yeah, sure, buddy. You're over here begging for money for fucking $10 and $20, Mr. A-lister.
These are the type of things that you have to imagine are going to happen to you. And, I mean, look, I knew that I was the best that ever did this prison genre. I knew that.
That would be Larry Lawton.
More money, more problems.
Where's the money, though, Joe? Where's the money? It's been documented on this channel and on Joe Does Stuff that you couldn't even afford to pay the taxes on your truck. So, I mean, where's the money?
I don't have the money.
I know you don't.
Right now. I'm actually broke. And
Right.
I've been begging
I know.
on the live
I
stream
know.
is actually where this video comes from. If you didn't see that,
know you're
check
broke.
that out. It's pathetic. But not...
It's funny to me. I love it. It warms my heart. I think it's hilarious to watch you struggle, and I think that it's hilarious to watch your fucking really fucking gay cock slob fucking homoerotic fan base try to defend you.
As pathetic as what's going on Reddit.
Is it?
You know, I've actually tried to like this website.
Oh, we know. We actually have it. We actually have it saved. The time that you tried to come in and kiss all of our asses, and we told you to eat shit, and you got banned out of the community. Yeah, your own community. Imagine that. You got banned out of your own community. And by the way, you do know that Cody was a mod over there, right? So how's that fucking feel? How does it fucking feel to know that you just got the whole community to turn against you?
But sadly, you know, people who have a disproportionate view of me.
No, I mean, it's just you couldn't fucking brainwash us into sucking your cock and sending you money. And apparently that means that we're all just horrible people, right? It's almost like, you know, after watching you bring Jailbird after Jailbird and all these fucking homeless fucks and Mexicans from Lowe's and all this shit, you bring them onto the channel and you try to make, you know, pity party guilt trip shit out of them. You know, you try to get the GoFundMe's going and stuff, and we see them fail, and you know, we see them leave, and then you beef with everybody you've ever worked with. It's almost like we've caught on, you know? It's almost like we know better at this point. And you hate that. You fucking hate that, because that it meant that the grift was up. It meant that there was no chance that this channel was ever going to fucking make the money that it did at one point, and you knew that eventually you would have to get a real job. But see, you've struggled with that because you're a fucking felon. You have no resume, you have no job history worth speaking of. So this is what you do. You dick around and you bitch and you cry. And you try to make us believe that you've got something going on with the big fish. But the reality is there is no big fish. Nothing's going to happen with the big fish. You can go home and you can talk to Rainey about the big fish all you want, but she's just going to assume you're talking about the fucking fillet of fish from goddamn McDonald's. So, you know, please go ahead, continue.
Have caused me to not really like to frequent.
And I know you do
website.
all the time. You do it all the time.
Which really gets me pretty pissed off to
I
think
know,
about. But
I know it does. I know it does. And I love it. And I fucking love it. Seethe for me, Joe. Seethe for me. You're my fucking jester. Dance for me, monkey. Dance for me.
I would literally take my son's picture and make fun of him.
First of all, I'm just going to tell you right now, that did happen. That actually did happen. A photo of your son did show up on the Reddit. People did make fun of him. People did say all types of fucked up shit. And I think that it's interesting you would bring that up, because what you didn't bring up is that it was immediately taken down, And there was immediately a rule put up that that type of behavior would not be tolerated, and it has not happened since. If anybody posts any photos of you with your son, his face has to be blurred out. That's a part of the rule. I think it's interesting that you didn't mention that, because of course you wouldn't. You want to do anything to try to make yourself look like you're down bad, so people will just fucking give you money and give you pity bucks. And that only went so far. But go ahead, continue, please.
They're making fun of my child on the internet.
Okay, well, I'm just going to tell you that, yeah, that did happen. We did put a stop to that. But again, Joe, as you just said yourself, you're a public figure, yes. That's the one thing I will always contend. As long as I do this and people think that I'm hating on you, I will always contend that you are a public figure. You choose to put yourself out there. You know who you are. You claim that you're the fucking big prison Reddit guy and that you're this big famous dude, right? You're the most famous guy to ever come out of Indian Creek. Those were your own words, right? So if that's the case and you know that, then you should also know that when you put photos of your family out there, photos of your wife, photo of your kid, that those are going to also be out there in the ether. And I mean, it's a fucking free-for-all. I can't control what everybody does. Nobody can. There are going to be some sick fucks out there that are going to fucking grab a photo of your kid and call him a retard. That's just life. Why do you think celebrities fucking protect their kids? Why do you think Michael Jackson went around and put a fucking mask on his kids' faces and shit and blankets and all that shit? Because that's just part of life. That's just part of what it is. If you want to be a fucking public figure and you want to put yourself in a position where you can get money for nothing just to sit in the garage and dick around, well, there's a downside to that, and you're starting to fucking figure out what that is. It doesn't get to just all be fucking toxic positivity for you all the time. I don't have control over what goes on, and neither do you. You have a little bit more control than everybody else because you get to control what you put out there into the ether. But, you know, it is what it is. You chose to do it. You chose to put your son out there. You chose to do it. He's a baby. He doesn't get to decide what photos go out there. You fucking chose to do it.
Cherry Dude says, we know you still lurk it, Joe.
We do. We do know. We do know. And we're actually going to talk about Cherry here in just a minute. We're going to go into that. I'm glad they brought up Cherry. We're not going to talk about Cherry, but it's related to Cherry.
Do we have the violin track playing over this?
We've got the Whiterun music. Thank you, Booftoke. Good shit.
How do you get the right?
Big ups.
Does it make...
Where do we get the right? You. You're where we get the right, because you fucking chose to do it. I'm not saying that makes it okay. I didn't personally make fun of your kid. We fucking put a stop to it, but some people did. And we wouldn't be able to do it if you didn't put his fucking picture out there.
Make you feel like a big man?
Well, I mean, not as big as you. You're the big man. You're fucking, wow. Jesus, bro. You have put on a lot of weight even since this live stream. You've definitely been stress eating. That much is obvious.
Making fun of an innocent child, my son? You know, I battle with myself daily.
I know you do. And I feel no sympathy.
Am I making the right decision?
No, you're not. I've been telling you this.
With everything that I do, I don't need a subreddit to try to figure that out for me.
No, you do. You fucking do. You fucking do, because you haven't figured it out. You continue to make the same mistakes over and over again. And people have tried to tell you. People have tried to tell you in your own comment section. Your own fans have tried to tell you this. This is one of the most common fucking things that goes on with After Prison Show, is people try to tell you what to do. They try to help you. They try to give you legitimate advice, and you don't take it. You refuse to take it because you think you know best. And you haven't figured it out yet. You've gone all the fucking therapy and medications and all the shit that you've tried to do, the Varelar and all the bullshit, and you fucking haven't figured it out yet. You do the same thing over and over and over again, and you just don't fucking figure it out.
But the biggest thing that I think about is what my son is going to think of me and this life that I've lived on social media.
I believe that. I 100% believe that. And why wouldn't you worry about that, Joe? You should worry about that. Because your entire legacy is fucking embarrassment at this point. You hit the lottery at one point. You had a successful channel. You were making money. You had shit popping off. You had things going on. People respected you. And then you ran it into the fucking ground. And now you're on here begging for $10 and $20. And you know as well as I do that once shit is out there on the internet, it's out there forever. It's out there forever. And you're doing this right now. You're begging for money. You think this won't be saved forever? There's always going to be an archive of this where people are going to remember this. And eventually Liam's going to grow up. And eventually he's going to end up in school. And I guarantee you, Joe, he's going to get fucking made fun of for this shit. You think he won't? Because I guarantee you he will. Teenagers are ruthless, bro. Kids are ruthless. Nowadays, every kid's got a tablet. Every kid knows about YouTube and fucking TikTok and all this shit. And I know you want to be all over TikTok, too. Believe me, they're going to fucking know. And he's going to get bullied ruthlessly. And it's going to be your fucking fault.
You know, when you do social media and you put yourself out there, you got to know that shit like this can come with it. But sometimes it's a little too much.
Okay, so quit. So fucking quit. Liam doesn't have any control over you putting him out there. Liam doesn't have any control over what you do. You're a fucking grown man in your 40s. Figure it the fuck out.
You know? And you know, it's going to be crazy when he runs across, and if he does run across.
What do you mean if he does? He will. It's inevitable. It's absolutely inevitable. All of this shit has been archived on the internet forever. There's nothing you can do about it. You're fucked.
Post made about him from complete strangers.
Okay, but where does it start, though, Joe? Where does it start? We didn't just pull the shit out of our ass. We didn't just make it up. You put shit about him out there. You and your fucking retarded wife put shit with him all over it. You're the one that put the shit out. He doesn't do it. He's a baby. So if you don't like it, then fucking stop putting photos out there. You don't get to have it both ways, Joe. I know that's what you like to think, but you don't. You don't get to have it both ways. Just like you want it both ways, just like Gay Dave, just like your wife. But, it ain't gonna work out that way.
Of when he was a baby.
Who gives a fuck? Honestly, who gives a fuck?
Think about how that would affect him.
Oh no. Oh God. Nobody gives a flying fuck about Liam. I'm sorry, but I don't give a fuck about your kid. Your kid is not my problem. I could give a fuck.
It affects me.
And it affects him, believe it or not, but you don't care. It's all about you. Just like you just said, oh, it affects me. Yeah, it's only about you. It's only about what you want. You don't give a fuck. You don't give a fuck about how it affects Rainey. You don't give a fuck about how it affects Liam. You don't care. You care about you. You care about the tip counter up in the top right corner.
I just wanted to share this with you. I felt like you needed to know.
What, a bunch of random fucking strangers in the chat? A bunch of random fucking people that you've never met in your life? You think they need to know about this? What do you want them to do about it, Joe? You're trying to get a call to arms going and a fucking little gay call to action? How well's that worked out? Huh? Because the Reddit's, it's still here. It's still standing. My channel's still standing, even, despite all your efforts. Booftoke's channel, JoeEatsStuff, is still standing. How's that working out for you, Joe? Cope and seethe for me, you pussy.
These people are obviously desperate for attention. If you want to...
we're desperate for attention? Okay, mister, gotta post fucking pictures of everything I do, including my kid and wife, and then I want to complain and bitch about it? We're the ones desperate for attention? You're the one out here begging for money, you fucking flaming retard.
See something sick and twisted today? Forget Faces of Death. Forget anything like that. Go look at the After Prison Show subreddit.
Yeah, come on by.
And just be thankful that you're not me.
Oh, fucking shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, huh? Oh, be thankful that we're not... I am thankful I'm not you. I've never had to spend my life in and out of jail fucking... Getting into fights with fucking dudes named Cherry. You getting into fights with all these fucking like random prisoners and getting hit on by fucking homosexuals and all this shit. No, I've never had to deal with that. I think that it's interesting that you've had to deal with all that, and I've actually asked around, because I've heard the rumors. We've all heard the rumors. The people that call you Chomo Joe. I've asked around as to why that's a thing. And I found out a little bit. I found out that it's because you weren't just sitting around in jail watching Bob Ross. You were caught sitting around in jail watching fucking Nickelodeon girls. And you got into some shit. And everybody assumed you were a little gay boy, a little weirdo watching these Nickelodeon shows, little kids and shit. And they thought you were a little gay boy. So that you started getting fucking bullied, and you started getting your ass beat, and you started getting hit on by by old fucking Cherry and fucking Delicious and Peaches, and all these fucking weirdos wanted to put candy bars on your pillow and make you their little boy. That wasn't all just a coincidence. I don't think so. No.
Having to live with this.
Fuck you.
In the end, I just hope that it's all worth it. And
oh, I bet you do.
Who knows?
You hope it's all worth money. You don't give a fuck about your kid. You could give a fuck. There's documented shit of you out there saying that you hate kids. You despise kids. Remember?
Thanks for letting me share.
Fuck you.
So, you know, when I'm crashing out here,
it's beautiful. It's beautiful. We're eating good over on the APS subreddit. I love it, bro. I love watching you crash out. It's funny to me. It's actually really funny to me. It's quite hilarious, and it's funny to everybody else too. We love it. We do.
I want you to just picture me butt ball naked with.
No, I know that's what you want because you're a weirdo. You like, you know, you're really into this like weird homoerotic shit. You get I don't know what that's all about, but well, I do know what that's all about. Go watch some Nickelodeon, Joe.
That baby oil and that Vaseline all over me, glistening and shit. One way or another, hey, something gonna happen.
What?
This joint either gonna bounce back.
That's never going to happen. That's never going to happen. Dude, if that happens, I will cut my balls off live on YouTube. I will cut my nutsack off live on fucking YouTube, and I'll send it to you. And you can fucking pop them in your mouth, and you could suck on them, Joe. You could suck on them, and then I want you to just kind of slowly pop them out of your mouth, and they'll go, but just like that, Joe. You're gonna fucking love it. You literally probably would fucking enjoy that shit.
Or it's gonna absolutely just bottom out and tank.
Well, it's already done that, but you can't come to terms with that. You don't want to give it up. You don't want to give up the free money. You have this idea that you're just going to be able to continue to do this and never have to work again. And that's just not reality. But you don't live in reality. You have no grasp on reality.
Folks, I titled this Crashing Out, and I promise you this is only the tip of the
It is crashing out. It is crashing out. Oh, it's just the tip. It's just the tip. It's just the tip. Ain't nobody supporting After Prison Show. Go watch some Nickelodeon for me, Joe. You know, because that's you know, that's not a surprise to me why you got into fucking fights and shit. You know, with Delicious and fucking Tyson and Peaches and all. You know, had all these weirdos fucking wanting to make you their fucking little gay boy. They wanted to make you the little pussy boy, because they know, man. You like the kids, you know. You like to eat and you like kids, don't you? All
right. He's fat!
He is fat, Scott Steiner. And, you know, anyway, fuck this guy. Channel's back. There's nothing he can do about it, and we'll leave it at that.
Dan Schneider. Bring all my bitches back.
I
need all my bitches.
Really quickly
The new shit you put out is whack.
want to say, thank you to, Valkyr X, Booftoke, Not a Cranky Panda, Sarcastic Panda. It's written KJV, of course, 1611. Tasty Grin, Paradiddle Senior, No Assistance 1145, Mama Tried 22, Fave Reds, Goats and Hats, Motor Prudent, at Zesty Close, Koondigi, Good for You Bud, Jim Be Thy Name, Sit and Narrow, Dragon Bait 1361, and we're gonna leave it at that, man. We're gonna stay on this asshole's head until he eventually catches on. Good to be back, guys. Happy New Year. Fucking Cigarette Tony. Peace out, y'all.
I know you tryna touch this. Lizzie McGuire is tight, but I bet Zoe's tighter. You can find me in her bed, digging through that vagina. Amanda binds you a little bit crazy, but you can still have my babies. Woo! Go down like a dog with the the rabies. Y'all can't save me. A little bit of weed, hard liquor for the ladies. Got me feeling like a young Dan Schneider from the 80s with a Jewish law firm and an all-black Mercedes, and she playing with the balls like Brady. Aye. Fuck up with the shitty little kids and their stupid shit. I only wanna see the ones with a body fit, and I don't wanna be the one to be a little bitch about it, but I'm saying what everybody's thinking. Where the titties at? Dan Schneider, why you ruining your business? You realize I'd probably buy cable if you keep it all the girls and the ratings all stable, cause I ain't trying to see a young baby in the cradle, cause I'm not a pedophile. I'm not trying to see that shit. Come on, man. The girls I've sexualized are all in their 20s and 30s. Disclaimer! I'm not saying you should change all the bitches, but at least something after 10:30. 30! Dan Schneider, bring all my bitches back. I need all my bitches, I need all my bitches, I need all my bitches back.